It's Aloha Friday, and I'm Lahaina Lee. Hey, and today I'm bringing you maybe some good news, a little ray of hope, a chance to set something right. Everybody's heard about how many buildings, how many properties were destroyed during the wildfires, and how many people were displaced. There were a lot of people who were able to find a new location and were able to make a purchase. So they were able to buy a new house or a new condo as their primary residence. Unfortunately, they didn't all get the homeowner's exemption. So a lot of people who purchased got whatever rate was in place, or for some reason the homeowner's exemption was not available. So for former residents of Lahaina that were able to move and were able to buy a new home with the assistance of insurance or whatever resources they had, it was sort of like they were getting punished, which is probably too harsh a word, but they were forced to pay the higher tax rate. So what Bill 75 does is it sets that right. And I'm going to just read right from the bill. Section 1. This ordinance purpose is to allow wildfire survivors the option of transferring their home exemption for tax year 2025 from a property that was destroyed or made uninhabitable by the August 8, 2023 Maui wildfires to another property they own and are occupying as a principal home in the county of Maui in 2024. So for those of you who are not familiar with how property taxes work on Maui, there's a significant difference between the tax rate for owner-occupied and non-owner occupied. For example, for a non-owner occupied, easy for me to say, property assessed at under $1 million, the tax rate is $6 per $1,000 of assessed value. For an owner-occupied home valued with the assessed value under $1 million, the rate drops to $2 per $1,000 of assessed value, and the homeowner gets a $200,000 homeowner exemption. So that means if your property is assessed at over $1 million and you get that $200,000 exemption, you're still back at the lower rate. We have a lot of friends that have been affected by this, and this is really an opportunity for the County Council to set this right. This bill is sponsored by Tamara Pelton, and we all appreciate that. I also want to add that there are some significant tax breaks for people who rent properties long term. So if you own a property that you're renting long term, or if you're thinking about renting a property that you have long term, there are some great tax incentives that will benefit you for that. And you can find out about those tax incentives. Just go to mauicounty.gov, look for real property assessment, and there'll be information there in a form for you to fill out. So I think that's pretty easy. And we want to urge you to support Bill number 75. So please send your comments to county.clerk@mauicounty.us. That's county.clerk@mauicounty.us, and send your support. That goes to a vote on the 21st, so that's right around the corner. So really appreciate your support on this. If you have questions, please drop them in the comments section below. I'll get back to you. You can always email me, lee@alohapots.com. And of course, our contact information is easy to find. So, happy Aloha Friday. From Kihei, this is Lahaina Lee saying, Aloha.